Today on Your Ag Empire, we get to chat with Lexi Beeler, a sixth-generation Iowan, marketing strategist and the force behind L&B Consulting. From showing pigs to shaping social strategy, Lexi's helping ag brands tell their stories and build community both online and in person. If you've heard of the Hey Sister event, she's the one bringing it to life. We'll get into that and more, so let's jump in. Hi, Lexi. Welcome to Your
Hello.
Ag Empire podcast. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here today.
I guess to start off with, will you just tell everyone who you are and all the things you do, and we'll go from there?
Absolutely. So, thank you for a lovely bio. Thanks for having me. The bio is wonderful, and I feel like that introduced myself better than I could. I might have to borrow that for a few things. Like it was mentioned, my brand in real life is exactly what my brand online is. So, I am an Iowan through and through. I actually just moved back to the state of Iowa after my husband and I did a stint in a few different places, most recently St. Louis, Missouri, in the middle of a city. And we had a little one and
Oh,
decided at 3 weeks old that it was time to move back to the family farm. So we're now raising 7 gen back on my family's farm in Southeast Iowa. We raise cattle, pigs, show pigs to be exact,
yeah.
corn, soybeans, a little bit of rye, a little bit of oats, sometimes a litter of puppies, and kids. So I'm one of 4 girls that was raised on my family's farm right down the road from my cousins. And we're excited to have the first grandchild and great grandchild of my grandparents, again, right down the road. So we're in planting season right now. We're seeing a lot of action and the tractors moving. And in the day job, I'm actually not on the farm or in the field. I went into the marketing and communications route. I had various experiences with a startup company, with a state agency. I worked for the Iowa Secretary of Agriculture. Then I went into a corporate job in the swine industry. And from there, I decided it was time to branch out on my own to be able to serve multiple clients in various different aspects. That's how my brain works. I love the creative side, but I also love the execution side. So
Uh-huh.
being able to serve multiple clients and multiple marketing projects is where I really thrive. And then I do have a background and a passion for women in agriculture. And this spring, it's been on my mind and my heart, I would say, for years and years with the Hey Sister brand. And I decided to put it out there because now I'm living in rural America and I'm wanting connection with other ladies like myself. And that's what Hey Sister is bringing to actually my hometown this
Yep.
spring. We're excited to connect with women. So, another just aspect of my crazy life that I know a lot of people can probably relate to.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about your event. It sounds wonderful. I guess let's go back to I know you did a fantastic intro there, but let's go back to the beginning. So take us back to Riverside, which I guess is where you're back at now. What was it like growing up on this sixth-generation farm with 3 sisters?
Yeah, I always say it didn't matter who was doing what. The
Yeah.
poop just needed scooped. And
Uh,
that was the role that we took
yeah.
on. Like I mentioned, my family raises show pigs. And the reason we niched down into the show pig industry was because as pork production continued to grow, my grandpa was the master pork producer for the state of Iowa back in the or mid 70s, I believe. And then, in order for my dad to come back to the farm after he graduated college, he was on the livestock judging team at Iowa State University and
Okay.
really enjoyed the competition aspect and raising that swine for exhibition. So, all my life, I grew up in the show ring. One of the reasons that I think I really leaned into showing pigs was because I was also a terrible athlete. So, do not ask me to throw a ball. Do not ask me to catch anything. It is humorous. I'm not fast. All of my sisters have medals from the state track meet, and yours truly didn't even go out for track. My
That's
husband jokes that he's never seen me run, and I tell him he never will. If someone's chasing me, it will be a fast walk.
yeah. You probably need to run too. Like,
Exactly. There's a problem if I am
yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Um, But no, that was my life. So I think I can romanticize just about anything. That's probably why I'm good at my job in marketing and
Yeah.
communications. But
Yeah.
I absolutely had a wonderful life living in the middle of nowhere. We're 20 minutes from a town. And in the town of Riverside, there is a few churches and a Casey's General
Casey?
Store.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's
Can't
it.
have yeah. Well, that sounds wonderful. So fun. Okay. You mentioned it in there. So tell me a little bit about when did you realize you had a knack for storytelling and marketing? I guess running wasn't it. So maybe you knew early on. Tell me a little bit about how you got into that, man.
Honestly, I think you're right. We were at the Iowa State Fair, and one thing that I will give my parents all the props in raising us is they let us be involved on every aspect that we had interest in. My sisters, and I'm the oldest, and then my next
Okay.
sister, Macy, we have direct involvement in the farm still to this day. So I would say we're the most passionate about agriculture. The third sister's in fashion, the fourth sister's in healthcare. But we all grew up showing all different types of livestock. And if we wanted a goat, we got goats. If we wanted sheep, we got sheep. If we wanted a pony, we had one pony. That was
Oh,
it. There was no like
no
a lot of
ponies.
horses. Yeah. But they gave us the opportunity to really dive in, and we did focus on the pigs. But when it came to storytelling and working on a promotion specifically was for my family farm. My dad is I would say needed us girls to keep him young because he is like a old man at heart. And I'm
Mhm.
saying that because he doesn't have email. He doesn't have social media. In fact, he didn't have a smartphone until my mom was finally like, we all have iPhones. You need the same thing as the rest of us because
Yeah.
we don't
We
want to help you with your flip phone
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Or we need to be able to FaceTime you so we can see your face, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So we're just pulling him along into the 21st century, but that did
Right.
open up the opportunity for me to
Mhm.
jump in and work on promotions and the marketing aspects in a way that I would have never had that opportunity had they been able to do it. I would not go put it past fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade. I got a smartphone. I begged my mom for it and she said, fine. And then from there, it was hit the ground
Sky
running, social
sky's the
media, and
limit.
using social media for good.
Yeah. Cool. So tell me about you've had a diverse career path. We talked about it a little bit in your intro there, but tell me about what led to LMB Consulting and how did you get started with kind of your own thing?
Yeah. As entrepreneurs, I think you have the entrepreneurship spirit, and I think the
Yeah.
entrepreneurship spirit can be put into a business or put
Mhm.
into a job. And the jobs that I had did allow me to use the entrepreneurial spirit every single day.
Yeah.
I actually had two parents that grew up. My mom's a realtor, my dad's a farmer. And that means that they're both self employed. So in my mind, I always loved that opportunity to take a risk, but also get great reward and have the flexibility to raise the family in the way that I was raised. And I loved that aspect for my parents. We would travel the country going to pig shows, and they both did business while we were gone, but also had the flexibility to give us that opportunity. And I loved that. I thought that was so cool. I
Yes.
also loved the opportunity that the harder you worked, the more reward and often profit that you can get. And I was at a place in my career where that wasn't happening anymore. I was just there. I was
Yeah.
plateauing. I was waiting for that next jump. And when it didn't come, I thought, what better time than now? So I was able to use the network that I had built over the 10 years working in the industry and pull in some clients. And I'm now 1 week from being 2 years on my own. And
Maybe.
it's been the hardest, but the most rewarding thing I've
Yes.
ever done. And
Yeah.
I think now 2 years in and I moved back to the farm. I have a kid. Like all these
A
things
baby.
changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. No, that changed in a lot of ways.
Yes.
But the business is able to evolve, and I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's wonderful. I think that's wonderful about I don't know, living rurally and having an entrepreneurial spirit and pursuing it. It's really nice that you have that flexibility. That's really cool. I'm glad that life has led you to where you are and that you get to do these things. And I don't know, but I guess let's explore a little bit more about that. So what exactly can you explain to me what is the fractional marketing and why does it matter for ag businesses today for those that might be interested?
Absolutely. So the way I explain it is when we look at marketing traditionally, we
Mhm.
often think of a full service marketing agency that
Mhm.
has quite a few employees that you can go to one person and they can do it all within their
Mhm.
team. The fractional marketing projects that I enjoy taking on is I want to be nimble. I want to pull
Mhm.
in the team members that I need to pull in to get the project done. And I want to be able to stay creative and on the cutting edge of keeping you moving forward. And the reason that is important to businesses and agriculture right now is because agriculture goes in seasons. We
Mhm.
naturally have slow seasons. We naturally have busy seasons. Right here in the Midwest, it's planting, it's busy. I'm going to tell you, I'm not working on a lot of marketing projects for farmers and producers right
Yeah.
now because
Yeah.
they're in the field, which is wonderful. The busy season for me and marketing projects, and actually it's challenging for those who did the same kind of work, is busy season is trade show time, which is winter, but prep
Mhm.
time for trade show time is fall, and oftentimes that's harvest here in the
Harvest.
Midwest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So while sometimes I do want to pull my hair out based on those
Mhm.
seasons and who's available and how things ebb and flow, from a business perspective, for those looking for marketing help, you don't need someone full time all the time, often with
Yeah.
businesses, or maybe you have a project like a launch or an event that you need someone for a short amount of time. And that's what my fractional marketing services offer.
Gotcha. Cool. So, what I guess you probably just talked about it to a degree, but what makes marketing in the agricultural industry different from other sectors? Obviously, we talked about the seasonality of it, but anything else that has stuck out to you?
Yeah, I think agriculture is so interesting, and you probably
Yeah.
see it in your day to day. Is it's
Yeah.
the one industry that has so much tradition and history behind it.
Mm.
But then
Yeah.
we also look at technology and are trying to move forward with technology and improvements as well.
Mm.
And just from a capital standpoint and the dollars and cents of it all, it's like this giant circle of a commodity aspect that you're trying to make value added, that you try to support your family with. And then it just goes years and years. And to me, it's a challenge, but it's a great lifestyle too. You get to mix. Agriculture brings in a lifestyle aspect that I don't think a lot of other industries do.
Yeah. Do you think, I know we talked before this started about how you guys just moved back and got your little one on the ground. Are you excited to raise your little ones there and experience all of the tradition and all the things that ag can bring and be close
It
to family too? Yeah.
Yes, and thank you for asking, Holly. I will get goosebumps thinking about it a little bit. And it is the coolest thing ever to see and I'm so lucky to have my grandparents around as well. So I'm the oldest grandchild and now raising the oldest great grandchild.
Oh, yeah.
So when my grandpa, who will turn 85 this July, he is the
Oh.
one still in the combine every single day, and
Oh,
he is the one getting ready for planting. He has let in, like, we're shifting a little bit. I don't think he's in the planter 24/7, but he's in the
yeah.
planter a lot.
Yeah.
And to see my 11-month-old, I can hold him up to the big window that looks at the machine shed across the road, and he'll bang on the window and wave to Papa. That's
Yeah.
really awesome.
That
Um,
makes, yeah, that is
so
awesome. He's
yeah,
so
it's
worth
so
it.
cool. Now, was it
Really.
strange getting used to random family members walking them to my house again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But would I
Yes.
trade in it? No. It's been awesome, but it's
Yeah.
been very challenging from my perspective because I was gone for almost 15 years.
Yeah, I
Um,
could see that. For the positives in there, I know there's lots of them.
oh,
I'm excited for you to get to do that.
thank
Yeah,
you.
I know it's gonna be a little bit of a yeah, we talked about challenges before this started and yeah, but I think it'll be so worth it, so worth it.
Yes, the
Um,
positives for sure outweigh the negatives. And now, so we're in a small rental in the
uh
middle of the farm, and my parents still own the rental. So we are looking at, like, long term,
yeah.
where do you want to move? And
Mhm.
initially I thought, oh, we could go like quite a few miles down the road. And now we're looking at, and I'm like, 4 miles is a long way because we're so like used to it now. I want to make sure
Yeah.
people are around. So we're going to
Yeah.
have to be pretty picky because we do love being able just to run outside and go hop in the tractor.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, so you're like, "My radius just got a lot smaller."
So much fuller. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
that does not make the process easier.
Easier, yeah. Oh, how fun. I am gonna take the moment to pivot. Let's talk about Hey Sister. Let's talk about the Hey Sister event. So, I know you originally you talked about it early on about how it's just been a passion project of yours for a while, but tell me a little bit more about what inspired the Hey Sister event and what makes it different from other traditional ag conferences or women conferences.
Absolutely. So first off, I want to say thank you. We will have representatives from Empire Ag at the
Yeah.
event, and
Yes.
I'm not sure all the details, and I don't want to sneak peek, but I do know attendees will get firsthand experience to the services that you guys provide.
Correct.
Thank you for believing in this. This is
We're excited to be a part of it.
amazing. So, what makes Hey Sister different, and why should people come? Hey
Mhm.
Sister is all about connecting rural women, learning tactics that can actually impact your life. And when I say impact your life, personal life, professional life, business life, all the things. And where I think it is very important is, like I mentioned, I grew up with 3 sisters. We don't have to do life alone. And I think as women, myself included, you get stubborn and think, oh, I can do this all. And you definitely can. And
Mhm.
you can do whatever you want to do, but you cannot do it alone. And you probably can't
Yes.
do it all at once. And I'm learning that more than ever. So in rural places, I think rural communities need to be the backbone of, first off, our country, but also the agriculture industry needs to invest and promote rural places because those people are what is going to move agriculture forward. I lived in cities working in agriculture, and while that's great and fine and D and important, the people in rural places are the ones that are actually making agriculture happen. First up, this event is supporting a rural community. We don't have a lot of hotels. We don't have a lot of options, but what I have for you is really awesome. So I think that's important and something that we haven't seen before, to be very
Yeah.
honest with you. The next thing that I think makes it different, and I love women in agriculture conferences. Again, I lean into that every day. But this is for the rural woman, not just for women in agriculture, because what I've learned is everyone is ag adjacent. You
Yes.
eat, you work, you are married to, or you are in the agriculture industry. So this will be a little bit more of an expansion for women that are just change makers in their communities and the places that they live. And then the third thing that I think it will be unique is it's going to be fun. Like, we're about leaning into our feminine side of things. The
Yeah.
reason I believe in women in general is not that women and men are exactly equal, but they bring equal things to the table that
Mm.
make them unique and valuable. And that's
Yeah.
what we're going to celebrate. It's called Hey Sister. This is not
Yeah.
stuffy. This is not boring. We're ending with floral arranging workshop.
That's
The
makes so
colors
fun.
are pink. Like, this
Yeah.
is just fun. And
Yeah.
that's the vibe that we want to give off is just connectiveness and fun.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's gonna be great. And I really love how you talked about rural in general. Like I know here in where we live, it's actually even though we live rurally, I would say we actually don't live in a heavy farming area where we actually live. I feel like we're one of the minority. And so I really appreciate what you said there and the audience that you're after because one of my good friends, she owns a boutique and she is like a changer in our little rural community because those are things we didn't have access to before without shopping online. And of course, we all still do and support those things too. But yeah, I love that. I love that. It's the whole mindset and supporting rural ag business leaders, changers, women, all the things. Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's just it. In order for my kids to want to continue my family's farm, there has to be reasons for them to live where they live. Because I mean, I don't want to live where there's not a grocery store. I don't want to live where
Yeah.
I can't get gas from a decent gas station. I want my children to have a library. I want my kids to have
Yeah.
a restaurant that we are proud to take people to or to celebrate those family occasions, right? Like we eat around food. So actually at the event, we are supporting a women-owned restaurant that is right here in the town square, and they serve beef that was raised on my family's farm. So
Uh,
that's what we're gonna have for lunch.
yeah.
And
All where yay.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? Like, I think it's full circle and it's all positive.
So what, I guess just going back to the catalyst, was there a specific moment or conversation or leap that has happened recently that made you decide now's the time to do Hey Sister? Because if I understand, this is the inaugural event, right? This is
This
about to
is
happen.
first event, yes. So
Yeah.
I've been involved in a lot of different events, and a lot of them, a majority of them were focused on women in agriculture, really at
Mhm.
a young age, women in agriculture. But it was always for other brands, which
Mm.
I loved. Like I could ride, I'm in marketing, right? Like I find a
Yeah.
brand that I love and I ride for it. The reason that I thought right now is the time is honestly when I moved back. So in July of last year, really June, the last week of June is when my husband and I decided to move back. And those first, I would say it's April now. I would say until about a month ago. I don't know. It depends on the day. I
Yeah.
really struggled finding my
Yeah.
people and feeling
I
like I
know.
made the right decision. My husband fell into step really easily. He's loving it. But I just haven't felt like I found my people yet until
Yeah.
recently. And maybe it's springtime as well. Like we
Yeah.
all, the sunshine comes out and you feel a little
Yeah.
bit better. But
Yeah.
I was talking to friends and I said, is anyone else feeling this? Do we just need a fun place to
A
connect?
fun thing. Yeah.
Within seconds, I was like, "Yes, like, I would love that, I would come, I need that, I need to fill my cup up," and I thought if
Yeah.
I'm struggling filling my cup up, making friends, and really looking at my life and saying, "This is the steps that I'm gonna take to continue to do cool things," if I need that, other people probably do too, so I just decided to go for it.
Yeah. 100%. I'm so glad you did. I 100% agree. I know I made a big pivot out of corporate America, totally big pivot actually from pharmacy into financial services, what I do now, and helping Jonathan with consulting on the Empire Ag side. And I would say I had a full 2 years that were really hard because now I stepped out of a world that it was all my healthcare friends, if you will. And so even though I lived in a rural location, I still, I don't know, existed in a bubble that only was really those folks that understood that lifestyle. And so when I stepped into this role and so many beautiful things about it with being able to work from home, the flexibility and being an entrepreneur and the challenges that come along with that and raising 3 children, what I needed most was exactly what you're describing. And it was like, I don't know where to find it. And so I'm so glad that you created an event that can bring us all together because it is needed. And it's like exactly like what you said. Kudos to you for recognizing it earlier than I did. It's just, it's
Well,
needed to be, we are meant to gather and be together and I don't know, do life together.
yes, yes, like, the history of the human is not to do it alone. And no, thanks for the kudos, but honestly, I can't say I don't wanna stand up and say, "Hey, I got it figured out and I'm gonna
Yeah.
teach you how." No, that is not the point of this event. The point of
Yeah.
this event is to be vulnerable and come together. So, I don't as you say 2 years, honestly, I totally believe it because I'm 9
Yeah.
months from the move and the baby, and I think maybe just admitting that I need the space too is what I need to do, and I'm cool with that. I'm good with that, but this is, I do have a coach that I work with, and we say all the time, it's gonna be imperfectly perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a building year,
100%.
but
Yeah.
if I don't start, it's not gonna happen. This will be the first year, and I hope to continue it in many years to come.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great. Okay. So tell me a little bit more. Tell me about format, vibe,
Okay.
people who are attending, what
Yep.
makes it feel a little different when you walk in the door. I heard about pink and the floral arrangements at the end of the day, which I did peek at the agenda and I was like, that sounds fine. But tell me a little bit more about that.
Yep. So the whole goal is to give actionable steps to take into your life. And that's what the agenda is going to be. So we have 4 keynote speakers throughout the day. I think they are total rock star women.
Yeah.
And it is all about, the first one will be about setting our mindset and moving forward and taking action. And like I just said, the imperfectly perfect steps that we are going to make. The next speaker is actually going to be about finance. So it's perfectly in your wheelhouse that you live
Yeah.
every single day. And I know you know this, but as women, money can be intimidating. Money
Yeah.
is an aspect that I don't talk a lot about. And when it comes to owning a business, but even pre-owning a business, like, it's very important. Yeah, we need it. It turns out we do need money to live. So how do we make the right moves to make the best steps to set ourselves up for success? We
I love it.
then are going to feature someone who is involved in the agriculture industry, but has pivoted in the most beautiful way I could ever imagine. She and her name's Crystal. Her and her husband owned a farm. Then they bought a bowling alley. Then they sold the farm.
Yes.
And now she specializes in House of Color and helping women feel good about themselves every day. I can't wait to learn about the art of pivoting from her. And
Yes.
then I'm actually going to take the floor and we're going to talk through that timing and prioritizing and things I've learned as I work with different coaches and I have the opportunity to talk to different professionals and people in the industry just about time, how to manage it, how to block it, how to prioritize it, and then what to let go. And then we'll end with a floral arranging workshop. So really like hands-on networking, of course, networking all day, of course, food
Yes.
all day, and of course,
Yes.
caffeine. So
Yeah. That sounds fantastic. Like practical things, fun things, wonderful environment, friendships, I'm sure. Like, I don't know.
yeah.
I just feel like as women, it's like we just need that. Just, I don't know. Sounds wonderful.
Yes. And oh wait, I should
Yes.
add, this just reminded me, I need to update the website. So the reason it's on a Thursday is
Hmm.
because the farmers market will be taking place in the town square. And so actually afterwards, while it's not a formal gathering, there is an opportunity to go pick up food and go grab farmers market things. And for a town of the size of Washington, we have about 7,500 people that live here. The farmers market, I would put up against anything. It
That's
is
awesome.
it's very
Yeah.
impressive. So when you talk about like community and networking again, get your floral arrangement, but then you can go visit the town square and go to the farmers market.
And support the rural community of Washington, Iowa. Yes. Love it.
Exactly.
That'll be great. This might be a redundant question, but let's ask it anyway. So what impact or what do you hope people take away? I feel like we just talked about, but I guess if you could sum it up, like, what do you hope we all walk away with after coming to Hey Sister?
Absolutely. So when you walk into an event, I sure hope you walk away with a connection or a new friend. So that's
Yeah.
number one,
Yeah.
networking connection. And the second thing I want you to take away is tactical actions to impact your life. And when I also say impact, that doesn't mean like tactical actions to add more to your life, to just be able to enjoy your life and create the
Yes.
life you want to live. So whether that is when it comes to finance and investing, whether that is taking something off your plate that's stressing you out, or just adding people and networking that you need in order to be able to cast your net a little bit wider and continue to
Yes.
live the life that you love. That's what I want you to take away.
I can already see it. I can see the visual picture. I've got the pink, I've got the floral, I've got the people. It's going to be wonderful.
You can just realize it.
I
I
can
love it.
envision it already. I can tell you're a storyteller because I like the story's building.
Well,
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. So let's see. So are you envisioning multiple events, a big retreat, something bigger after Hey Sister, or just start here? We'll see where it goes. What's in store next?
can I visualize this?
Yes, go
For
for
me,
it.
I want bigger and bigger and bigger. I hope this grows. And I do.
Yeah.
And I don't want to commit to anything right now, but I feel like the audience listening to this podcast and you yourself, we are big
Mhm.
dreamers. And I think the world is our oyster. So I do hope to introduce Hey Sister to many other people for many years to come.
Yeah. Wonderful. I'm so excited to see where it goes. Gosh, we could talk all the things, strategy, social media, family, farming, more Hey Sister. What advice would you give to a young woman in ag or a rural young woman about starting maybe her own business with like L&B or starting an event like Hey Sister? What would you tell them?
Okay, I have some hot takes for advice. I feel very opinionated about this for young women. So, first off, for young women, you have to work for people that you can learn from. And I think
Mm.
I had the best opportunities to work for specifically women that I absolutely learned so much from. And I'm so
Yeah.
thankful for them. Second, you have to marry the right person.
Mm.
And I think specifically in college, that can be really tough to hear. And when you leave college, you think like your whole life is maybe the opportunity to meet someone is done, and that is not true. But I wouldn't be where I'm at without my husband right now.
Mm.
And I think that I'm very blessed to have that person in my life. And when it comes to starting a business, do it, but learn how to do it right. And I'm saying that
Yes.
because I just came off of a tax season that I
Mhm.
learned the taxes from when I started the business. I
Mhm.
maybe didn't have the right team putting things into play. I'm fine. The IRS is not
Yeah.
coming for me. It's worth a lot of it.
Oh, good.
Yes, I know. I'm
Yeah.
good. Well, reach out to. I wish I would have reached out to yourself and helped me
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
my QuickBooks set up
QuickBooks in
correctly.
order. Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, that was the problem, is things were not
Yeah.
classified correctly.
It's not
Um,
the fun things, but it does make things way better. Yeah. When it comes
oh
down to
my
it. And
goodness.
that you know how to, yeah, how to plan, how to move forward, how to do the things. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that would be it. Like when you start anything as a business, as whatever, find
Mhm.
someone. And I thought I had someone that I trusted doing it. And I think they probably did a fine job. I just didn't understand it. So as a business owner, I think that's the biggest challenge is like even though I don't want to understand every aspect, I have to understand every aspect. I'm learning and jumping into that now and spending a lot of time with my new accountant. And thank
Yeah.
goodness for that.
Yes. Yeah. It's like you have to build, we talk about that a lot, like building, we talk about building your ag empire over here, but
Yes.
just building the right team around you. Yes, you can do everything, but you don't want to be the one doing everything. So find the right team to help and support you get there is, I think, I 100% agree with you, Lexi. Yeah.
Absolutely. Those are my 3 pieces of very strong advice that I feel
I love it. I love it.
like
Okay.
are important.
Lexi, where can folks follow you, connect with you, reach out with you, work with you? Tell us all the things how people can connect.
Absolutely. So on the gram, I would say I'm the most active there, and I'm Lexi Marek Beeler. On LinkedIn, Lexi Marek Beeler, and then lmb-consulting.co. .com is unavailable. I'm
Okay.
.co.
Perfect. Got it. I guess that might be it for today. Lexi, thank you so much for joining us. I enjoyed having you here. I enjoyed our conversation today. Can't wait to see you I'm going to say next month, but it'd probably be in a few weeks by the time this comes out.
I'm
Um,
so
yeah,
excited. It is going to be
yes,
so, so good, and I'm so
so
thankful
wonderful.
for your support, Holly.
Yes. So to everyone else, thanks for hanging out with us on Your Ag Empire. If Lexi's story hit home for you, go ahead and follow the show. Also, if you're anywhere near Iowa, don't miss out on the annual Hey Sister event, a space where rural women can just show up and fully share their experiences. We're dropping a new episode here at Your Ag Empire every Wednesday, so be sure to pop back in.